I'm here in front of the Sanford Dam, as you can see behind me in the background again, and I just want to give a big thanks to everyone who has been sharing, liking, and subscribing to my channel. Sharing these videos really does help a lot. There isn't really much national media covering the story anymore. We do have a couple of our local news stations that are kind of following the big events going on here, but day-to-day activities are not being updated. I'm the only source of information getting this story out around the world. So thank you guys for continuing to share these stories and get it out there in front of everybody. I also want to give a big thanks to my Patreon member, Joshua Mackey. He's been a huge help on this channel as well, supporting me, and the letter from Mike. Really appreciate the offer. Let me turn the camera around now, and you can see the cleanup is done. As I mentioned in a previous video, all the debris that used to be here in front of Sanford Dam is now gone. I'm also still working on getting a live stream set up at Edenville and the Tobacco River Dam. It's a little bit complicated because I'm not able to actually set up a computer there. I am working on getting a live view solo to be able to transmit the video though. If anyone knows how to set up a live stream with this, I do have access to Wi-Fi, but if you know how to set up a live stream without a computer, just access to Wi-Fi, send me a message. My email is in the description down below, and I'd really appreciate the help. In this aerial view, you can see all the cottonwoods have now lost all their foliage, all their leaves. Now they're just twigs left. In this area, they are about 4 feet tall. There is a lot of progress that has happened. I'm able to get down here a lot more now. Hunting season is done, so I'm going to start cranking out a lot more of these videos, but there is a lot of rebuild happening here in Sanford and Edenville. Businesses are rebuilding, a lot of news going on as well. I'm actually going to cover a little bit of the news stories in a little while. Some of the big topics are, though, that the Four Lakes Task Force has been dismissed from all the class action lawsuits. They also now have ownership of the lands that the dams are on and take possession of those. And the bankruptcy court rulings and condemnation processes are now complete. So I'll cover those in a little while, maybe near the end of the video if you want to hear about those. Now let's go around to the other side of the dam and see how things are progressing down there. Up here near the top of the dam, you can see the old fence has been ripped out, and they're in the process right now of putting a new fence here in place. Looks like they're trying to stop a little bit more of this erosion control here too, the sand that's washing down here in the hole. Top of the dam is looking nice and cleaned up though. Looks like Fisher Contracting and Midland Fence Company is the ones that are doing this. Let's go down here a little bit further. Still a little bit more erosion happening underneath that side concrete. That old shed with all the debris in it that used to be sitting right here has now been cleaned up. Sanford Park is still looking about the same. A little bit more cleanup happening down there on the south end. There is some work going on at the Edenville and Tobacco River spillway right now as well. Those spillways are being lowered, and that's in preparation for the M30 causeway. There's going to be a temporary M30 causeway bridge that is being put in place. Lots more information on my next update video in Edenville, and I will cover all of that information. There's the bottom of the dam. There goes a couple of ducks over. Guy down here fishing. This aerial view shows the old concrete emergency spillway structures. And as I pan over here to the right, we can see the old spillways as well. And we got the rapids over there in the background as well. Not sure how much those have changed. go ahead, get the drone over there. We'll get a close-up view of those as well. I do want to mention, when they do lower the Tobacco River and Edenville spillways though, the water level upstream of the Tobacco River will lower another 13 feet. All this work is being done in preparation for the M30 Causeway Bridge that's going to be put back in place. Until these spillways are lowered, there's erosion that's continuing to happen underneath that causeway, so they're not able to put that temporary bridge in place. So this work is being done in preparation for the spring melt of ice that's going to be coming down the river, that snow melt. So lots of work happening there. River level still looks about the same on this side of the dam. Still a pile of debris here, some old lawn furniture in there. Down here in the Sanford Park area, there's still some cleanup going on here. Looks like they removed a bunch of the sand that was on the park area. Now just going ahead, leveling it off. Over here on this side, looks like the same thing's happening. Parking lots have all been pretty much cleared of the sand. But yeah, now you can see that the sand is removed off the top, back down to some black dirt. They're able to go probably plant some grass next spring here again. So you hear in the background, Saginaw Road is open up and traffic is flowing really well. You can see we have a sidewalk here now, going up to the Saginaw Road Bridge. This is another vantage point, another view of the park. Flags still flying high in the background back there. Gonna head over here to the other side, do a loop by the Sanford Museum, and then head back on the rail trail to downtown village of Sanford. Up here on the top of Saginaw Road Bridge, now have the fence put back in place. People are able to walk across the bridge again now. Lots of rock down there, stop erosion from happening around the bridge. There is the Tittabawassee River flowing downstream. I'm actually going to come back here a little bit later tonight. I'm going to be covering the Sanford Shines event. And I do want to show some of the Christmas lights in the area. You can kind of see a little bit of the Christmas decorations up here at the Sanford Museum. These will look a lot nicer though later tonight. Here's the rail trail bridge. Saginaw Road is over there on that side. They still have not completely opened this bridge or the rail trail walkway here. Not sure what they're waiting for. Maybe still need to do some evaluations to make sure it's still structurally sound. We'll go up here a little bit further and take a look at the Veterans Memorial that is taking a lot of progress right now. Maybe this is actually why the trail's not open yet. It's like we had some erosion that happened under the walkway here. Path kind of collapsed a little bit. Still a little bit of debris over here on the right hand side. some sheds. We're able to see a lot more of this now that all the foliage is off the trees. It's not covering up all the debris in here anymore. It's amazing what you can find just looking down here in the debris pile. Right there is the old Sanford Little League sign that used to be on the baseball fields. Right over here is an old light that used to be lighting Sanford Park. Just all sorts of stuff down here. All debris, stuff used to be in people's houses. This area here in the background has been cleaned up quite a bit more, kind of sorted through. Looks like they're wood chipping a lot of the trees, and the debris is being sorted in this pile, probably to be taken to the landfill. In this aerial view, I'm flying to the south, and you can see all that debris that I was talking about in the previous shot. Kind of see how it's all separated out into just timber, another debris pile that's going to the landfill. I am amazed at the amount of progress that has happened here at the Sanford Veterans Memorial. Right here along the Sanford Rail Trail, with a new building that's going up, all the flagpoles. This is looking really great. And over here in the background is the Sanford Shines event. See all the trees back there. You can see a little bit more of the Veterans Memorial from this side. It's the area to the south of the rail trail. This is home to the Sanford Shines event. You can see all the Christmas trees here. I'm actually going to do a spotlight on this event in a completely separate video, so if you want to catch that, make sure you look for that. Standing in front of the old Sanford pizza place. Doesn't look too different in there, but I can see that they do have some drywall in place, so I'm gonna start doing some progress on there. See up the street here, a lot of work happening as well. Small mini excavator up there doing some digging. Look at all the Christmas trees here. All down Saginaw Road, right through the middle of Sanford. Head over here a little bit further. You can see a little bit of the hardware work that is going on. In this aerial view, I'm flying the drone due east. You can see the hardware that's being built in the lower left-hand corner. Making some pretty good progress there. And up Saginaw Road here, you can see the rest of Sanford. Here's the Sanford Shines event. Nice tree right here on the corner as well. And over here on this side, we can see the progress that is in place, rebuilding the Sanford hardware. Here is Dan Dice's property, still flying his Marine flag And look at this Christmas tree they got set up here. Dice family, Jordan and Dan, Daniel and Emma. It's really an interesting story about this Christmas tree. This tree is built from the roofing of their old house that used to stand right here in this place. Kind of a somber memory of what used to be. Their house used to sit right here, right where the sand is. Used to be another house right here in this location as well.
So yeah, we're not allowed to rebuild. It's just gonna be too much money and time and everything. So if anything, we're gonna demo it and maybe have a garage here or something.
This aerial shot is back from July 6th, and you can see the roofing that Christmas tree was made out of. Interesting piece of artwork over here on this side. Not sure if I ever filmed this before, but it's a giant Sanford strong heart sitting right by the flagpole. That looks great. And over here on this side, someone made a book drop-off box. Take a book, leave a book. Great idea as well. Back here at the Jerome Township Fire Department again, and you can see there's been a lot of work. It's been completed. Hopefully when they get this completely done, we'll be able to get a tour on the inside and we'll be able to see how it looks, but great progress happening here so far. This is a great aerial shot overlooking the fire department that's being built. I was able to make contact with one of the firefighters that's going to be working in this house, and he did say that he would give me a tour, maybe also get a tour from the chief. So stay tuned for that video when the house is complete. The Sanford post office is back open now as well. And over here, we have Jack's Hometown Pizza. They are back open as well. I may actually go ahead and grab myself a pizza for tonight when I'm out of here. We just picked up our barbecue chicken pizza from Jack's. It looks really good. As you can see, we've already dug into it. Right now, more than ever, it's a good time to support local businesses. I'll cover some of these news stories now with this view in the background. All of these are posted on my YouTube account as well on the community tab, so if you want to stay up to date to those, make sure you subscribe to my channel, but I'm just going to read this from there. Bankruptcy court ruling enables condemnation to proceed. The Boyce Four Lakes Task Force settlement motion, with both parties agreeing on the terms of condemnation, was granted in bankruptcy court. Gladwin and Midland counties made a brave decision after May 19, 2020, under their authority to take Boyce properties, said Dave Kepler, Four Lakes Task Force chair. This is an important step for our lake communities to gain control and our future. We have a lot of work ahead of us as we take over operations, recover, and develop an affordable path forward to build our lakes, but with the community's support, we are ready for the task. An operations transition team will manage the safe transfer of assets of the Secord, Smallwood, Edenville, and Sanford Dams from Boyce Hydro to Four Lakes Task Force. The transfer of property expected within the next few weeks. The next article I have is a little bit of a follow-up to that. Last Friday, November 13th, Four Lakes Task Force and Boyce Hydro reached a settlement in connection with the condemnation litigation. In accordance with the settlement agreement, the counties on behalf of the Four Lakes Special Assessment District will obtain ownership of the Boyce properties. This will come in the form of consent to be filed and approved by the circuit courts in Midland and Gladwin counties. Four Lakes Task Force has agreed to pay $1,576,000. That will be distributed as follows: $270,000 to Boyce, Michigan, $152,000 to local suppliers that had liens on Boyce properties. The remaining $1,154,000 will be up to the bankruptcy court to sort out between Byline Bank, lawyers, and bankruptcy trustee. The settlement is not about the value of the property or fairness, but is the best deal we could get to allow the community to extract itself from the legacy of Boyce ownership and move forward. Regarding class action lawsuits, 3 of the 5 lawsuits against Four Lakes Task Force has been dropped. Four Lakes Task Force, as part of the Boyce bankruptcy proceeding, has also been included in an insurance settlement trust that would release Four Lakes Task Force from all future claims. And since this article has been posted, Four Lakes Task Force has been dropped from all the class action lawsuits. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below. As always, I just want to give a massive thanks to the people who support me on Patreon. Never underestimate the value of your contribution to keeping this channel going. Thank you.